What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, stage 24 here versus Warriors Who Fought the Majin. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting one. It's going to be kind of wonky, some of the team builds we put together. There are missions for, as per usual with the Infinite Dragon Ball History stages, to clear this with 3 Majin Power category allies, and then 3 Power of Wishes category allies. Now, there's not a single unit in the game that crosses over on those 2 categories, unfortunately, so this is going to be one of those funky ones where you can't really get all the category missions done with just, like, 3 units or something. Having 3 units that are on both of the categories. So we're going to have to put together some weird team builds. It's also worth noting that I don't have the Z Duo 8th Anniversary LR, and this is going to be potentially a really good unit for for this event, and then also the AGL LR Super Buu. I'm missing both of those units, and they're very, very staple units to be able to build, have a little more luxury with your team builds here. So this is the first option for a team build that we have. Obviously, it would be a friend Kid Buu instead. So we may run this team here. I am also considering running this team build and then having, a friend Super Buu. I feel like this team might be a little bit stronger, just because we have all these AGL or all these Golden Friezas to depend on. Could potentially be a good idea. And then the third and final team build would be something like this. Either way, it kind of doesn't matter what team we're running. Pretty much we just have, like, a random set of units that don't really make sense together, and then we've got a few strong ones that we can depend as on-rotation units, and then a few that we're just going to have to float and hide and hope that they don't get us killed, right? So I honestly, even to this very moment, have not decided which team that I want to try and take this on with. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and use this team right here, just because then at least we'll be able to use the STR Super Buu. Could be good. Oh, actually, this is interesting. Because friend units don't, count for this or anything, maybe this would be a good idea. We could potentially just run STR Cooler as our friend lead. I didn't even consider being able to do that, rather than having a second STR Buu. This would actually make a really strong rotation with one of the Friezas. So yeah, this is probably a good build right here. Let's go ahead and try this team out. And then we can do like a Buu rotation and a Frieza rotation or something. Or maybe we'll do, an AGL Golden Frieza as a slot 1 unit on each rotation. Okay, looks like we got some decent rotations to start out. Definitely the unit that I wanted to see in slot 7 is there, right? That Tech Super Buu was the final add-in to this team. Definitely not nearly as good as any of the other units here. Okay, so perfect. We've got the Cooler linked up with AGL Golden Frieza. This is going to be a pretty good rotation here for the entirety of the event, right? Especially once we're able to get Cooler transformed. Then he's just going to be putting out massive numbers. But he is going to be raising defense infinitely, I believe, until we get him transformed. So we're probably not going to transform him as quickly as we can. We'll probably end up waiting for that. But yeah, I definitely think it was a good idea for us to try and bring the STR Super Buu, right? Because he just got his Easy A, so this is going to be the first opportunity to use this guy in a very long time, where he's actually going to look pretty good. And then it also happens that we're in a long form event, so his turn 5 transformation, we know we're going to be able to get off. Which is going to be very good. We are going to try and stay at full HP if we can, so that we can get that Buuhan transformation. In fact, let me just double check really quick that I am correct about that. Buu Ultimate Gohan between 80 and 100%. Yeah. So we either want Buuhan, or we'll take Buu Piccolo if we are really low, but we definitely don't want Buu Gotenks, right? That is the worst one for sure. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do Kid Buu's active skill. Let's make sure that we've got active skill skips off. Okay. Alright, good stuff. We get that for free, because obviously there's going to be mostly, if not all, Majin Buu Saga category enemies here, so perfect. We get the that active skill for free. I will definitely take it. I guess we can go ahead and... I mean, are we going to be building up with Boo before he... No, he only gets 1 turn transformations. Maybe it's a good idea for me to just rotate him off for now. I suppose we could do that. And then just like in a little while, when he comes back around to this rotation, he'll get his transformation, and then we can leave him on rotation here. That's probably the best way to do it. Especially because the Golden Frieza is going to be a pretty solid tank for us on this turn. The only reason I'm being careful about this, right, is because there's so many of those AGL attacks happening against STR units, and this team is very, very strong defensively, pretty formidable, but only while we're at really, really high HP numbers. Because, obviously, you know, the 2 TUR Golden Friezas need to be above a certain HP threshold, and if they dip below that, then they're no longer going to have their damage reduction active, and then we're just going to die for free, right? So, yeah, we definitely want to avoid doing that as much as possible. So I think it's probably smartest for us to run the rotation this way. And we did see that super attack get launched, so Boo probably would have gotten hit decently hard by that. Because he does have to build up a little bit before he's going to be looking impressive, right? It's also worth noting that usually when I take on challenge stages like this, I've got the wiki up on the side. Unfortunately, I don't have internet on the PC that I am recording videos on these days. So I don't have the ability to pull up wikis or anything like that to help me out. So I am completely blind to how this event is going to go, or like how many stages there are or anything. So we are just going to keep cooking along for the foreseeable future and just hope we can make it through. Okay, yeah, so I was right. We are getting the infinite defense raise, so we're going to go ahead and leave him untransformed for now, because I believe he will lose that once we transform here. Definitely going to want to take advantage of the infinite defense raise since we're in such a long form event, right? Okay, this guy can stun on super. He didn't stun us. That's really lucky. Frieza is basically fully built up already. This is really nice to see. We're going to be putting out some hefty attack stats, it looks like. Very nice, very nice. Oh, nice. And I guess since we're still on an earlier phase, we can actually take advantage of the attack and defense lowering. I suppose that's good. But I also assume that that's going to go away before long, right? Usually in Infinite Dragon Ball history, this is one of those challenge events that starts to have all the enemies nullify effects. This is actually an interesting one because, you know, this is one of those stages where the enemy is probably going to get some interesting effects against us. Like, it's possible that we may see some character locking, or, you know, enemies like canceling dodge or being able to evade our attacks. Things like that are very, very common. And then obviously we've already seen that the enemy can already stun us. So it's possible that we're going to see some more stuns and seals happen on our characters here. All right, there we go. So pretty easy peasy stuff. We got Buhan up here, so that is going to be perfect. We're going to actually rotate him off so that we don't screw up our cooler rotation here. And then when he gets around onto the other rotation, we'll see how he's linking up with Kid Buu there. He does have big bad bosses, so I'm assuming we're going to be good to go with that. Does he have big bad bosses? He does. So yeah, they're going to be a really solid rotation. Cooler's defense is already upwards of 400k. That's really good. He's not even getting attacked this turn, so there's really no sense in transforming him right now. We might as well just continue to build him up defensively here. Okay, we're getting super attacked right out the gates. Is this going to be a stun again? We'll see. Yeah, it is. Unfortunate. Well, that's okay. While he is capable of doing a lot of damage for us, obviously the Golden Frieza is there for what we just saw, to be able to tank super attacks and keep us alive. And more importantly, keep us above that HP threshold. Okay, awesome stuff. So that is another thing to mention about this team, because we've got these Boo units, right? We're taking advantage of not only like the Metamorphosis Link skill, I believe we may have some Infinite Regeneration Link skills active on this team as well. I'd have to double check for that. I'm not 100% sure. But then we've also got some passive skill healing and stuff. The most important one to note is this guy right here. That's why I brought the Tech Super Boo, because if he does get hit on any given turn, obviously the main idea is for this guy to dodge, but if he does end up getting hit on any given turn, then he's going to give us a 30% heal afterward, which is really, really good, because that could potentially put us back above whatever HP threshold we need to be at to make sure that our Golden Friezas are going to be tanking, on if they do show up on the next rotation. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and continue to run it like this. We'll keep Golden Frieza in the first slot. Not concerned about him being able to do any damage. That is really no big deal. Kid Boo's defense is starting to come in. That's good, that's good. I believe next turn it's going to look even higher too, because I believe we still do need to get built up a little bit here. I think he gets stats up to 4 super attacks, so he probably should be fully built up after this turn. Oh, nice. We're getting the free additional there anyway from Frieza. But yeah, as you can see, we're not doing any damage there. Alright, now the big guns come out. Almost a 7 million attack stat from Kid Buu. Very, very good. And remember, he's raising attack on super, so that's going to continue to go up too, as he gets additionals. Dang, unfortunately no additional super there. Wow, we didn't dodge. Okay, that's really unfortunate. That's his job. That's the one thing he needs to do is dodge for us. Wow, okay, so, well, okay, I guess. Jeez. Okay, so as you can see there, we did take 500k, and then he healed us up about 100k. Interesting. So we did get some HP back. We are below the HP restriction for Golden Frieza to be able to tank here, but we should be fine because we're going to be able to finish off this rotation right now, right? So we'll try and select as many same type orbs as possible to get back as much healing as we can here. Let's see. We don't have Metamorphosis active, unfortunately. Yeah, actually, we're not getting access to that. That would be nice for a little bit of extra passive healing there. Okay, but it looks like, actually, I think we are going to be above the HP threshold for the AGL Golden Frieza. Because I believe it's 50% HP? Ooh, it's going to be close. It looks like we might be right below it. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully we're able to be above that 50%. I can't quite tell. Okay, so we did finish off the phase. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more attacks with Cooler there. That would have been nice, right, for the defense raises, but we did kind of have to sacrifice that. Oh, someone got a start of turn heal. I believe it was Buhan, actually. Let me see. Yeah, recovers 12% HP at the start of turn. So the question remains, okay, so were we at 50% before the 12% heal? Because I believe that Frieza's passive will proc prior to the quote-unquote start of turn heal for this guy, right? So we needed to be at 50% HP before he got this, before he got that, that passive heal there. So I think it's probably best to go like this. And not risk it and just have Frieza at the end there. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really make a difference, right? I think we're probably just going to start to run this rotation since we have Big Bad Bosses up. And these two are going to look really, really solid together. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do this. I'm a little bit worried about Frieza at the end there. So we're probably going to need to get lucky here. I don't know, again, I don't know if we were above that HP threshold that we needed to be, so we'll see. We will see. Let's just hope he doesn't get super attacked. Though I'm not even sure if he'll survive normals if he doesn't have his passive up, right? Wow, Kid Buu looking really impressive here. If we didn't have type disadvantage, we would be hitting so hard right now. Almost at that 9 million attack stat there. Obviously, he's linked up decently well at this point. His passive is fully active, so he is looking very, very good. And then we're following it up with a 9 million attack stack from Super Buu. And he is greatly raising attack and defense for 3 turns, right? So on the next turn, we're going to see him hit even harder here. Oh, no way. Let's absolutely go. If we get another crit here, we're going to finish off the phase. Please, please? We did! Oh, perfect! We don't even have to worry about AGL Golden Frieza. Oh, that was amazing. That was absolutely wonderful to see. Okay, and now we're chilling for sure, right? So the errors of this Tech Super Buu's ways have been corrected. Okay, so let's see. We're at 450k defense there. Is it worth transforming at this point? That's the question. Do we want to get that transformation in, or is it maybe more wise to just continue building up the defense? I suppose we could just continue building up defense. It won't really hurt, right? We're not against a Pure Saiyan yet, so we're not going to be getting the guaranteed crits or anything from Cooler. Okay, it looks like we're going to be missing out on the super attack from Buu, unfortunately. Yeah, the orbs didn't really line up right here. That's a little crappy. Okay, I feel like... Yeah, okay, we're just gonna have to skip the super attack with Buu. That's really treacherous, because if he does get hit, right, then we're gonna take a lot of damage from that, and he is only healing back 30% of the damage that he deals in the turn, as HP recovered. Okay, and we did pop the Dokkan attack there. This is not gonna be the strongest hitting Dokkan attack, right? Oof. Yeah, we're probably not going to do much damage here at all with this, but that is perfectly fine. No big deal. Oh, wow. That still hit very hard. Interesting. I definitely didn't expect that with type disadvantage, and we didn't critical hit there either, right? Alright, well, I'm not complaining. I will definitely take that. Okay, so I'm thinking it's pretty likely that we're not going to have to worry about Super Buu, after all. I'm assuming that this guy's just going to take care of him for us, right? Assuming we get, like, one additional. It's going to need to crit, actually. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to critical hit here, so... Actually, we are going to see Super Buu need to dodge here. Okay, the additional super definitely helps, right? Because that is some more HP that we're going to be able to heal back at the end of the turn. Okay. There we go. So we're back to full HP here. Good stuff. Okay, now we've got another monstrous rotation. Look at these numbers. Oh my gosh. They're both already almost at 1 million attack stat start of turn. And 500k defense. That's pretty good, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? Okay, so I think we'll probably run Super Buu in the first slot. Yeah, because of his greatly raising attack and defense for 3 turns, I want him to continue to attack, since we're only going to get the 1 super attack this turn, right? And then we'll get all these AGL orbs out of the way so we can select some same type orbs with Frieza, just to potentially build up that Dokkan gauge. I don't imagine we're going to get... Oh my god, 10 million attack stat. Very good, very good. I don't imagine we're going to get another Dokkan attack. We're probably going to, you know, the numbers are creeping upwards way too high on this team now. So I don't really think that we're going to be able to get another Dokkan attack by the time we get through the end of this fight, but... Okay, so now we're at 500k on our defensive stat there. I guess we'll go one more phase. Maybe starting the next phase, we'll transform with Cooler here. But for now, we're going to continue on with him untransformed there. Alright, and we're perfectly fine on HP, so obviously the AGL Golden Frieza is chillin'. Oh, it's also worth noting that the turn restriction mission, I believe, is 18 turns. We need to be able to get this fight finished in 18 turns or less in order to beat all of the missions at once. I haven't been keeping track of how many phases we have gone through. Usually there's something like 7 to 9 phases on these. So we'll see. We haven't really been one-turning all of these, so I can't use the turn counter as a phase counter as well. I kind of wish that they would add that. That'd be neat if they would put that down next to the turn counter to add a phase counter as well, so you could tell what phase of the fight you're on. Or if it would, like, tell you, like, phase whatever out of whatever and give you, like, a fraction, so we would know right now we're on, like, 5 out of 8 or 5 out of 9 or whatever it'd be, right? There's plenty of space down there, because the only thing that's filling up that bar is the turn number, and then it's just blank space, right? So they definitely could add that. I think that would be an interesting addition. Okay, so I think we'll run this because the Super Boos are going to link up amazingly well, right? And we have Metamorphosis active with them, too. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, yeah, interesting stuff. So yeah, we're not going to need to worry about the Tech Super Boo. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna take this guy down, right? Okay, defense not looking too amazing with the STR Boo. Why is that? Did he lose some type of... No? Guess not. He also has guard. I didn't even realize that. He has guard for 6 turns after, you know, transforming. So that unfortunately is gone at this point, right? Because he did transform on turn 5. So we're 7 turns later. But yeah, he did have it. So that was neat while it lasted. Alright, we didn't get, like, unfortunately stunned or anything in the first slot. So yeah, we're definitely going to be able to take this guy down between our first 2 attackers, right? Oh, go Kid Boo. We love to see it. This is absolutely one of the best use cases for this STR Kid Boo. Just being able to be against, you know, Majin Buu Saga category enemies and getting his active skill for free. Oh, this guy can evade us. There we go. Now we're starting to see some of those fun enemy effects. Oh, no. And now we have type disadvantage. Oh, he evaded again. Oh, no. The downfall. No. Boo, dodge, please. Oh, no. Okay. That was absolutely so rude. Are you kidding me? He dodged us. We would have been fine there. Ugh. Okay, what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and make a cut, and when I get back to that phase, we'll jump in, back on that Int Vegito, and we'll clap him together on the second try. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I cannot even begin to describe how horrible this run has been. Peep the turn. It's turn 14. We had the worst RNG getting back to this phase possible. We have not been able to keep the Boos rotated, like, on rotation together, because the turn that we finally had transformed into Buuhan, and we were ready to keep him linked up with Kid Buu, the AGL Gotenks and Piccolo phase decided to have 7 attacks in the first slot, so we couldn't run either in the first slot, otherwise they would have absolutely gotten destroyed, because they also didn't super attack at all the previous turn, so I was pretty confident they were going to super attack us in that first slot, and then we would have just died, so I had to split that rotation, and we still haven't gotten it back. Also, that means that all these Golden Friezas have been on our rotations much more than they should have been, and they're not doing any damage. We got super unlucky with the placement of the Dokkan attack. We've gotten super unlucky with all of our additionals being normal attacks and not supers. So it's taken us super long to get through every single phase of this, and now I don't even think we're going to get the turn 18 mission with this team on this run. So if we don't end up getting the turn 18 mission, this event is going to learn the hard way when I bring a superhero team in here and destroy the entire thing in like 9 turns. So the main goal of this, the event at this point, because I'm just super annoyed with it, is just to get the category missions done, and then if we don't end up clearing this in 18 turns, I will just quickly show us destroying the final phase with a superhero team, and then we will wipe our hands with it and be done, because I am completely done with this. I am so annoyed with the category restrictions on Infinite Dragon Ball history. I don't understand why they create some of these ones that just don't make sense together at all, right? Power of Wishes is a completely different category from Majin Power. The teams just don't work together well at all, and yeah, we're seeing the horrible downfall of that, you know, on this run. I am just mad at Dokkan for doing this. It's not fun to play. Okay, so this is also the very last turn of him having guard. We would have been able to take advantage of that for a little bit longer. You know, and again, because I mentioned this was an RNG nightmare, we didn't actually get him to transform on turn 5. We had to wait all the way until turn 7 because he was on turn 1. So we rotated him off and he came back on turn 4. And then he came back on turn 7 because we rotated him off again. So yeah, that was the last turn of his guard there. So that is going bye-bye. Okay, so we've got 550k defense here. I am actually going to do the Metal Cooler transformation because we 100% need to take this phase down. This is exactly where we were at last time, right? We had the Metal Cooler turn, and then because he dodged our attacks and we didn't get enough additionals and stuff, the Super Boo got us killed. Now there's 3 attacks that he's going to have to dodge at the end there, and I'm not playing around this time. So we are just going to go ahead and transform with Metal Cooler, and then yeah, see if we can just absolutely destroy this phase in one turn.
You should feel honored. You're the first, and soon to be the last, to witness my ultimate transformation. Well then, ready to kneel?
Ugh. This wouldn't be tilting me as bad if it weren't for me having like a strict time limit on being able to record videos. I don't even live with my computer anymore, so I am much more limited on the content that I can create, and the more times I fail events and have to run them back, is just less content I'm going to be able to put out for you guys on the channel. So I really want to get through this as quickly as possible and not have to deal with this anymore. But it is looking like I'm going to have to run this for a 3rd time just to be able to get the turn restriction mission done, right? So this is basically all eating into the amount of content I'm able to put out for you guys, and the amount of money I'm able to make off of YouTube, which is definitely something that I need right now. So Vegito, if you could just please not dodge, because it kind of means a lot to me right now. And I'm really going to need Cooler to just go all out and get as many super attacks in as possible here. Come on. None of those normals. None of those normals! Super attack, please, please! Oh my god. Okay, well, this is probably GG again. We're gonna need to dodge these, or we're in really bad shape here. That's one. And the super attack. Okay, at least he dodged it this time. My god. Alright, well, there's pretty much no way we're getting the turn restriction mission done here. See, I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, like, I literally don't think I could have gotten worse luck on this run. It's kind of unfortunate that I stopped recording for, you know, the duration of getting back to this Vegito phase, because you would have been jaw-dropped at how absolutely everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Okay, I don't even know how many phases are left in the fight at this point. I imagine that this Vegeta is not the last phase, though. So unless we manage to one-turn this somehow, then we're probably just toast here. Can we at least get an 18 keys or a 24 key super? We can't. It's 23. That's unfortunate, because that's going to dip into the amount of damage we can do with him. Okay, so now we're really going to need a strong turn from Cooler here. Really, really, really will. Yeah, we lost about 1.3 million on our attack stat there, just from not being 24 key. That's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, we do get the triple super turn, that's nice. And Cooler, you need to follow suit and do the exact same thing. Not like that completely lame last turn that he had. Okay, there we go. At least we know we're not going to take damage. Nice, and we even dodged that super. That's good, that's good. Okay, there we go. A critical hit super attack. That's what I wanted to see. We did more damage for sure. What's with the normals? Can we please get a super attack? Oh, okay, well, yep, that's it. because Cooler doesn't want to give us super attacks. So we didn't get to finish this off in one phase. So now we're on turn 18 on the next thing, and we failed. Because there's definitely another phase beyond this, and so we won't get the turn 18 mission done. Because of this ungodly team. Horrible stuff, horrible stuff. Okay, and a Spirit Bomb Goku. I don't even know if this is the last phase. I guess we'll find out. There we go. We can at least get a 24 key super this time. Now that we conveniently have type disadvantage. I just cannot believe how horribly this run is going. This is insane. Like, we were doing so fine last time. I don't know why. If Boo could have just dodged that super, we would have been fine. We were on, like, turn 11 or something. We would have had plenty of turns to go for the 18 turn restriction. 400k? This is so miserable. Okay, so now we're below the HP restriction for Frieza to be able to tank anything on the next rotation. Unbelievable. Now Cooler wants to double super, now that we don't even need it, because it's too late. Yeah, a triple super even. I'm gonna use my one F-bomb right here. Fuck you, Cooler. You suck. Man, what a miserable team. In hindsight, I probably should have just gone with the 8th anniversary LRs team. I didn't want to be boring and just bring the 8th Annie LRs. That's what everyone's doing in every single video nowadays, right? I definitely wanted to shake it up a little bit and do something more with the team. I thought it would have been interesting to do something like this. But yeah, I absolutely should have gone with that team. Because that team build strategy would have just been running, you know, the 8th Annie LRs as our slot 1 units on both rotations, and then we would have just had AGL Golden Frieza matched up with one of them to be a tank, and then STR Bulma to be a tank, and then we would have been fine, and then we just have 3 Kid Boos floating, and we would have been good to go. Wow, that was the final phase. So we were 2 turns shy. Unbelievable. Okay, well, I'm going to make another cut right here because we have one more mission to grab, and you guys will just see me finish this off. I'll show you how few turns we're able to get this done with a Movie Heroes team, so we'll be right back for that. Alright, here we are with the Movie Heroes build, back on the final phase here, turn 8, easy stuff, free as can be. My goodness, so much of an easier run. Oh, this better not stun us. Are you kidding me? It's like when I turn on the camera, it's just bad juju. It's also worth noting it took me until turn 6 to get the Gammas linked up together, which is just absolutely obnoxious. Yes, get Gamma 2'd. How you like that, Spirit Bomb Goku? Ugh, this event has been so miserable. And this is the easy one, too. I still have to record the Shadow Dragon events. Someone end me. I am not looking forward to it. Honestly, I hope that I can win the runs before my time runs out today. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. It looks like with Kid Goku here, we should be able to one-turn this. We one-turned every single other phase that we had. There are 8 phases of this fight, and we're on turn 8, so... There we go. Alright, awesome. That should be all of the missions done. Let's just get me out of here. Please, just get me the heck out of here. I don't ever want to touch this stage again. Mark my words, I will never play it again. There you go, 11:27.2. That will be my final time. The day I die will be 11:27.2. Thanks for the title, Dokkan. Thanks for nothing. Accept it all. There we go, we got our missions done. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed my absolute misery. On to the next event. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!